Okay, well, it says we're live, so maybe if anybody's here out there, they can tell me if they can hear me, see me, and all that kind of good stuff. I thought I'd do a little live cast end of the month, now that we've all managed to shake off the Dean Verano. I thought we'd go about an hour or so today. I got a trip coming up to the States. I thought we could talk about that. And pretty much anything else you guys want to talk about. Up to you, as they like to say out here. There's Michael. How are you doing, man? Danny, nice to see you. Morning, Texas. Coming from me from Davao. Morning, Mr. George. William's here. Jim's in the house. And we got a few people joining us. Can you hear me okay? Frozen Saskatchewan. So I've been meeting with a bunch of guys, not a bunch, but I bet with 2 or 3 subscribers already that have made it out here. And I've really enjoyed my time talking with them and seeing how their experience is going. So anybody coming out this week, feel free to hit me up and we'll try to get together. I'm going to be going to, if everything goes as planned, I'm supposed to be bugging out of Cebu on March 4th to LA. And then China Dave's going to pick me up at the airport. And I'll probably spend the night at a hotel or something, or a motel or whatever after the flight. And then we're going to drive out to the Palm Springs area, if you will, and hang out there with my sister and my dad. And then I'll probably bug out to Arizona, possibly, to see one of my kids. And then if he doesn't come to see me, that's up in the air still. And then I go off to Vegas, and I'll be there for 3 or 4 days, 5 days, taking care of stuff and seeing some friends and other family members, kids primarily. And what else? And then I'll be back to California so that I can be there for my dad's birthday. And then back to the Philippines on, I think, the 21st or something like that. 23rd. I have to look at the plane ticket. What a hassle getting out of town, too. I got to tell you. It's, hey, baby, would you flip on the fan, please? Baby May's eating, of course, her 3rd meal of the morning. Do you ever stop eating, woman? Huh? No? Okay. My God. I'm way behind in comments, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update as to what I'm going to be doing. And I really do. I'm looking forward to, I've talked to so many guys recently that I'm going to try to find a rendezvous point. I think would be the simplest thing, somewhere in the Palm Springs area, if you will. And maybe we can all get together and have the proverbial cup of coffee and shoot the shit and say hi to each other in person. And then same thing in Nevada. If I go to Arizona, it would just be a one-way trip there. I mean, 1-day trip. So that would be off the map. Let's see. I thought you already went back home for good. Well, that's a misconception. I did a video about it. So I said I was leaving. And I guess I didn't say I was coming back, did I? I did at the end of the video. See, that's what happens when you bail out of my videos early. Hey, Dusty Dave. Let's see what's going on here. When are you going to Vegas? I'm going March 10th for a month. Oh, well, we should bump into each other because I should be in the Palm Springs area I'm actually going to be in Palm Desert, La Quinta, but I call it Palm Springs because everybody knows where that is. Um, March 5th. And I'll probably stay there 3 or 4 days and then see my dad, my sister, et cetera, et cetera. And then I'm going to bug up to Vegas and I'll be there for 3, 4, 5 days. I've got some business to take care of, knucklehead stuff. Got a lot of kids to see, got a lot of grandkids to see. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. And then do the same. We'll just, I'll just tell everybody where I'm at. And if anybody's in Vegas, come hit me up and we'll go to a buffet or something. I don't know. How you doing, Charles? Snowing in Chicago. I'm curious about the weather out there. I just talked to my sister this morning, and she said it's been super weird. She said it's been one day it's been 80 degrees, and the next day it's been 50. So I've got one thin coat here, and another one of my projects while I'm there is I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff and buy a couple of suitcases and check luggage on my way back. So I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff that I always profess you should bring before you get out here. So I'll be getting some electronic stuff. I'll be getting some phones simply because they're a lot cheaper in the States than they are out here, which is still unusual to me. You would think electronics would be cheap out here, but they're not. So I'll be picking up some phones, maybe a laptop, gimbal stuff, stuff for the channel, and then a bunch of clothes and everything for and shoes for May and myself. And what else? Just play it by ear, I suppose. But I'll be coming home. I'm going really light. I'm going with a backpack and maybe a carry-on. I don't know. I don't want to check any luggage on my way there. That's always a hassle. So I'm just going to go with 3 or 4 days worth of clothes and then buy it when I get there. Hello, how are you, Mark? I am feeling great. Sound is good. That's good to know. Thank God. She cannot. It's not easy. If I could, I wouldn't take her on this trip anyway, because this is kind of a hurry up and get stuff done trip, if you know what I mean. Stuff that I forgot to do before I came out here 5 years ago. And then my dad's kind of in ill health. And so I've got to be able to just bust a move and get things done. And it's very expensive right now to go, by the way. I'm in this plane ticket damn near $2,000. So, and then I've got hotels that I've got to stay in Cebu prior to going one day. I've still got to pass the COVID test. So that's my biggest concern, is that I get to Cebu on the 3rd and I fail the test. And then I'm going to have to probably self-quarantine for 5 days in Cebu and then try again, reschedule the flight and all that. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is I get there on the 3rd, I pass the test, and we can proceed forward. They've already rescheduled my flight. Within 24 hours of booking my flight, they rescheduled it already. So things can happen. And I've got to put all these apps and passes and other rigmarole. You guys are familiar with it, I'm sure, on my phone and print it out. But that's what I'll be doing today. Because today is one of those magical days where I have nothing planned. And so May and I are just going to hang out. I have an idea for a video I might do. And then we're also going to do a video for May's channel. We received a nice little gift from Global Greg. And we've been meaning to do an unboxing on that. But we've both been going in 2 different directions. And so we're going to knock that out today, too. Hey, Carrie, what's up, man? Good morning, Chris. Good luck going back to the concrete jungle, Paul. Not for me. Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do, brother. You know, I got family, I got friends. I had planned to go back to the States 2 years ago, and then COVID hit. And so I'm 2 years behind on this. We're kicking it in Minnesota. Frog Island. I never heard of Frog Island. Hear me good. Thanks, man. That's good to know. Yeah, for a change, because I never announce this stuff. I just like, the picture is broken. Anybody else having issues with the picture? Who did you? I went straight to the airlines. My buddy Gary, in fact, booked it for me because he flies practically for a living. He's my neighbor across the street, down the road and across the street. And so the sage advice is always book directly through the airline and always have a continuous flight with the same airline. And so that way, if there's a cancellation, you're not hosed. I mean, you may be delayed, but you don't lose your money or anything. So, for example, if I took Cebu Pacific from Dumaguete to Manila, and then Philippine Airlines from Manila to LA, and something went wrong with Cebu Pacific, Philippine Airlines is not going to recognize that. So that was the advice I was given. So I followed. In fact, he did it for me. He went online and worked on it for 2 days to try to figure out the shortest route, the easiest way to go. We were thinking about going Singapore Airlines, but it added 5 or 6 hours to the flight. So I said, "No, this old dog can't hang that long on a plane." In Wales. Wow, how cool is that? Thanks for coming along, man. Ottawa, Canada. Good to see you. Yeah, well, we'll get through something today. I don't know. We'll find something to talk about. I was going to see if you guys had any questions about anything, curiosity questions or video requests. Hey, Chuck, what's going on, buddy? Oh, that's a good question. I never have jet lag when I come here, this direction, because it always here, Thailand, no matter where I've gone from the States to here, Southeast Asia, I've never had jet lag. But when I go back, I got it brutal. So the game plan is I'm going to get picked up from the airport. I don't even know what time I land, to be honest with you. But I'll just get a room before I make the drive out to Palm Springs. And I'm just going to crash because I'll be on the plane for about 30 hours. And I don't feel like driving and knocking on my sister's door at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. So I figured I'd just get a room, sleep, rest, get something to eat, and then start off fresh in the morning. And hopefully the jet lag won't last that long. Last time it lasted about 3 days, but you just got to soldier on. So you've been out here in the Philippines 4 years and you're never going back to Texas. Okay. Do you buy Part B, which you don't have to pay penalty? Yeah, I've always kept my Part B. And I know guys cancel it to save the $170 a month. And I guess that's okay if you're disciplined enough to set that aside each month. But I've done the math in my head and I've said, if I have to have a $100,000 procedure over there, I don't care how many $170 increments I save, it ain't going to be enough. So I've kept it because I've always said that if there is a major medical thing or long-term care or anything like that Medicare can cover, then I'll go back to the States and take care of it. And I want to have the coverage. I was watching your intermittent fasting video. Awesome job, man. I'll be in the country month of April. Yeah, I've done that twice now. I've had 2 people ask me. Leah over at Philippines Life with Leah did a video about that. And then Mark just did a video with me yesterday about the little diet. Let's see. Hey, Paul, my dear friend, how are you and the beautiful baby May? Are you ready to go to America? I am ready to go to America. I know guys that live out here 8 months out of the year and then go back to the States or their home country for 4 months. And I think that's a pretty good little setup. And they have the financial ability to do that. So I think that's cool. Baby May's doing good. Aren't you, Baby May? Baby May.
Yeah.
Are you doing good?
Yes.
Okay. She said yes. We got the affirmative from Baby May. Yeah. I lost 30 pounds. So check it out on Philippines Life with Leah and or Every Man Has a Story. They both wanted to talk to me about my diet. All right, we got Lauderdale, Florida in the house. I honestly don't know. I think he's going to try to come out and see me. And so I don't really know. It's my ex-wife, God bless her. She put me in touch with all three of my kids because we've been there. Believe it or not, none of my kids are into social media. You can hear their dads all over the place. So she got me hooked up. We got a group chat thing going on. We're trying to iron out those details. What's going on, New York? I'm glad you're here. I am really glad. It's been, like I say, it's 2 years behind going. I've always wanted to go back to the States at least every 2 years, 3 years maximum. I got grandkids. I haven't hugged or kissed yet. So I'm going to be a busy boy. Hey, Traveling Tim. Gee, is it really 32 degrees? I only got one light jacket from like a windbreaker for out here. So I'll probably be buying a coat the first thing. San Antonio's here. Good. Do you use Viber chat app? And I only time I use Viber is to call 800 numbers. So I went through this whole debacle with my, credit card. And I've had to go through another debacle with my debit card just because they expired. And so I use Viber to call them because it does 800 numbers. Other than that, I don't use the phone. I always just use Messenger or the internet, emails. Oh, the Salton Sea. I drove by there when I went to Mexico with my sister one time. We drove by the Salton Sea. Something else about the Salton Sea. I remember I have childhood memories of the Salton Sea. Thinking about going to the Philippines. Are you ready to go there? Okay, you guys are discussing amongst yourselves. That's good. Did you go back to the U.S.? I thought you decided to go back. No, Jonathan, I decided to go back for 19 days. I think that's what it is. And I have not left yet. I'll bring you up to speed. I'm leaving March 4th. You got to Vegas. Oh, no kidding. You're coming out the 25th. Right on, Daryl. You've been talking about that forever. I'm so happy to see it happen, man. Thank you very much, Chad. I got the feeling it's going to be a little stressful. Flying always stresses me out. Airports stress me out. Who wants to go to Washington, D.C. to see the Freedom Convoy? One way is outrageous. Now about 3 times as much as the last time I came. Oh, hi, Richard. How are you? That's my old neighbor, Richard. I've been chatting with guys left and right. They've been calling me on Messenger. I've been calling them, and we've been going back and forth. They've been asking me some questions, and it's been a pleasure talking to all of you personally. And I've told all of them that if they could, just chill out for a couple, 3 months before pulling the trigger and coming out here. I think there's kind of a big rush to get out here right now, and that's awesome. But it's expensive, and there's a lot of hoops to go through. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like they're going to start mellowing out. I think, if I can believe it or not, I'm never sure about what I hear on the internet. But I saw a bulletin today that Metro Manila is dropping down from a level 2 to a level 1, which is good news. And I hope my island does the same thing. I'm hoping that by the time it's time for me to come back, a lot of the requirements that they're asking for right now, like this One Health Pass, and I know the insurance is going to be there. I got to get that. What else are they asking for? I've got the vaccination card. I've got the certification that it's a true vaccination card. One gentleman that I talked to, or actually just sent me an email and a picture, said that he got through immigration in 3 minutes. It was no problem. He had all of these ducks in a row. He had his QR code for the One Health Pass, which is very important. He had the insurance deal. He had his vaccination card and all the other nonsense that we've got to do. And he said it was easy peasy. So that was encouraging. Thank you very much, Wink Man. We appreciate that. Put that towards my luggage handler. Hey, Mr. Ron, how you doing out there, boss? Texas is staying right where he is. That's it. Here we are. The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. You never cease to amaze me, my friend. Oh, so you're so funny, Biff. I love you. Victorville Mike, all right. We just got off the phone. Sleet in Arkansas. I'm glad I'm not going to Arkansas. Dude, you should make more of an effort to see your kids and grandkids. You will regret it when it's too late. Well, that's very positive of you. I think I just finished saying I've been trying to get back there for 2 years, but there's a little problem called COVID. Dude, where's my car? Jeez. Oh, man. Who made you laugh as a kid? Who makes you laugh as an adult? We know who makes you laugh right now. As a kid, who made me laugh? My dad used to make me laugh watching Ed Sullivan, to be honest with you, because there would be these comedy acts on Ed Sullivan. And when I was a kid, and what was the guy's name? Jose Jimenez and some other old school guys. And I, honest to God, my dad would watch him and he would cry laughing, and it would make me laugh because I wasn't really old enough to get the jokes or why it was so funny. And right now, who makes me laugh? God rest his soul. Norm Macdonald makes me laugh. Bill Burr makes me laugh. Dave Chappelle. Nothing really unusual there. There's a lot of, I start off most of my mornings watching stand-up comedy. It just sort of sets the tone for the day. I like starting the day off in a good mood. Paul, are the house rentals filling up fast since the travel has opened up? That's a really good question. May has been doing videos recently of different apartments. She stole my idea because I went out and looked at hotels one day, and I've done a number of house rental videos. And I don't have enough data firsthand to tell you, but I do know I did a video at Dave's compound where he had a house. I think it was renting, and he was including the car. And what the hell was it renting for? Now I forgot. Can you believe it? I forgot. $900 a month or something like that. Anyway, he said he got 12 emails in 3 hours of me posting that video. And somebody rented the place with the car within 24 hours. I did a video where May and I were buzzing around, and I was just showing knucklehead stuff like getting gasoline and going to Cebuana. And on the way there, I stopped by my old apartment, Highland Villas, and I showed that because it just popped up. And I said, here you go. And somebody rented that. A few months ago, we did a video at Latino restaurant, and Marco, the owner, had some rooms for rent up above. Those are all filled up. So I don't know if they're from my videos or if they're just filled up because they're filled up. But there's guys coming in. And so there's a lot of properties that are available, though. And depending on what you want, we met with a guy, Mark Thornton, myself, a couple of other guys met with a guy named Jeff yesterday. And we recommended, or Mark recommended to Jeff, Dulce Vita Apartments, because they have some availability there. And they're nice places for about $500 a month, 2 bedrooms. Thank you, Una Vida. Appreciate that very much. It's a nice looking little doggy too. Hey, Paul, can you recommend an optometrist in Cebu? No, I've never been to an optometrist in Cebu. I can't even really recommend an optometrist here in Dumaguete. I went to May's cousin. He was fine. And I got these glasses and she got glasses. But I think all the optometrists out here are pretty much the same price. They're all over the place. And they generally do the exam for free. They just want you to buy some glasses from them, but that's about it. But no, Cebu, I've only visited Cebu. 60 degrees. Yeah, the weather's weird. That's what my sister was saying. She was saying it was like 80 degrees and then 50. So I don't know. We'll see what happens next month. There is absolutely nothing better than a hot caffeinated beverage in the morning. I won't drink it. Yeah, thumbs up. That's right. Thumbs up. Don't forget to hydrate, because I know the effort that's put into doing a thumbs up on a live stream. Hi, old dog. I congratulated you on your other channel, sharing about your other weight loss. Well done, man. You look really great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it wasn't my channel. It was Mark Thornton did one yesterday about it. And then, who was it? Leia did one. What is the process to return to the U.S.? You have to have, it's not as tight as getting out as it is getting in. So basically, I've got the ticket. I have to have a vaccination card, I believe. I've got one. So I think that's what they need for Philippine Airlines. It's hard to figure out what America wants and what the airline wants. That's kind of the quandary. So I actually went down to the Philippine Airlines building here and chatted with a lady because they bumped my flight around. I don't need the medical insurance. Excuse me. I don't even think I need to be vaccinated to get into the States, but I am. And I just need to pass a COVID test, the rapid test. So it's pretty simple getting out of here. The big mystery is, will I pass the test when I get to Cebu on the 3rd? And if it comes up positive, I'm prepared to pay the piper. Voon rent. I don't know what that means. What state? I'm flying into California. I'll be in California and Nevada. Yeah, I hope to see you too. I see the Vegas sign behind you. I plan to get a picture taken with that sign in my background while I'm there. I'm doing good, Enoch. Everybody's talking amongst themselves. That's always good. There you go. You guys have an offer if you're flying into Davao. Texas is going to help you. Life is always treating me good, man. Hey, what's up there at Victorville? Everything all right? Okay, so I'm assuming the picture's not breaking up. I hope not. Hey, Randy. Clear and no lag here. Oh, good. Good. Thanks. We've had some internet issues here the last few days. It's been really slow. They had to correct the problem, and they did. March 25th. Man, it's good to have a date, isn't it, Daryl? I remember 5 years ago when I was coming out here, it was countdown time. Hey, old dog, hope you're well. Safe travels back to the States. Hey, buddy, thank you again for the package. It was really special the way that what you did. And we have yet to make the freaking video. We've got everything in the box. Global Greg, for those watching, sent us a box. And really a heartfelt little letter and some special stuff inside that I want to share with everybody. And May and I are going to do the video, I believe, today on that. We have been going in so many different directions. A lot of guys have come into town, and I've done my best to try to hook up with them and say hi and have the proverbial cup of coffee. Plus, I've been dicking around with getting out of Dodge. Oh, another thing about getting out of town is I have to get an exit clearance. So that was one reason why it's taken me as long as it has. Excuse me. I had to buy the ticket 2 weeks prior to getting an exit clearance. In other words, I had to have a ticket that was good for 2 weeks ahead of time. Make sense? And then I gave it to JRC, and they sent off for the exit clearance, and I picked my passport and up tomorrow from them with the exit clearance. That was something I forgot to mention. If you live here more than 6 consecutive months, they have to do a background check to make sure you've been a good boy before they let you leave the country. That's what an exit clearance is. So that was 2 weeks right there. And then I get that and the COVID test, the Vax card, and I should be good to go. Coming back is another story. I have to do a One Health pass. I have to have insurance. I'll have to do yet another COVID test. And that's how it stands today. Hopefully it'll change. Hopefully it'll lighten up. Captain Billy Jack, how are you, boss? Cool. Guess I'm looking for me to return to the UK from Thailand. The one-way flight was only $200. You don't need a test. Awesome. Wish I could get that deal. I really feel that in a couple, 3 months, the two things are going to happen. Prices are going to drop, and restrictions are going to lighten up, unless something weird happens. But if I had my druthers, I would actually put this whole trip off for another couple of months for that very reason. Number one, to save a few bucks. And number two, just to not have to go through so many hoops coming back. I'm hoping they drop some of this stuff. I think the insurance is really probably not a bad idea, but all these tests and quarantines and yeah, boy, Australia was really super duper tight, and now they're not requiring. That's what I'm hoping happens. Exactly, and I got a feeling, guys, that with all that's going on, that again, this is just a feeling. It's not fact. That it's finally we're getting COVID in our rearview mirror, unless something really weird happens. And I'm sure you'll have some mixed feelings on the flight there after so many years out of the States. It's like, you know what, Biff? That's very astute. That's very true. Yeah. It's kind of like I got two families now, and you have to split time. So I've got my family out here, and I have my family there. But I think it's healthy. What the ultimate deal is, I think, is if you just go once a year. Like I said, there's guys that live out here for 8 or 9 months and love life, and then they go back home for 3 months. They kept their condo or their house, or they have, a son or a daughter or somebody that they stay with. And my one friend, Ed, goes back for fishing season and up in Northern California, and plays golf and does all those kind of things. He still has his friends and family, and he hangs out there for 90 days or 120 days. And then he's tired of that. He comes out here, and best of both worlds, Happy flying. Yeah, boy, I hate flying. I mean, I'm not scared of flying. It's just the hassle of getting on the plane. I mean, I'm flying economy, of course, so you know how much fun that is. Probably get some 400-pound woman next to me the whole way. Yeah, I'll make it back to Vegas. Like I was saying earlier, I'm going to split it up between California and Nevada. Good to catch a live stream. Haven't for 6 months. Wow, since I stepped back into car sales and we discovered there's no time for any social life. Yeah, welcome to my world, buddy. Keep on keeping on. Get yourself a pounder today. All right, good, Alan. Do you only drink liquids in the morning? Yeah. Yeah, I usually don't eat breakfast at all. I don't usually eat. It depends on the day. Went through this whole weight loss thing that I've done on a couple of different channels where I lost 30 pounds. And right now I'm at the weight I desired to be at. So I've kind of experimented. And so like after this live stream, I'll probably eat. And then as long as I eat again within 8 hours, I'm cool. Some mornings I go till 2 or 3 like yesterday. I didn't eat till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't have a bite. I just had coffee. How are you, Mark, out there in Mississippi? What is baby May going to do when you're gone? Well, we've got that all settled up. She's going to have her sister and some of her friends are going to be staying here with her. So she's going to have company the whole time. The lady next door is our landlord. She knows everybody up and down the block. May is friends, of course, with the entire neighborhood. And my friend Gary and Leah live right down the street. So she's got plenty of bodyguards. And I imagine what she'll be doing is what she does now, which is running around making videos. And I can't think of anything else. She loves doing videos, man. She loves it. And she'll be spending time with her sisters. And she doesn't drive yet. We've got to work that out still. But she's been hanging out with her girlfriend, Jennifer. Jennifer's been driving her around. And then she's got rides from Gary and Leah. And so if anything does come up, she's got total coverage. And I'll only be gone 19 days, so it's not that big a deal. Let's see. What insurance do you have when you went from the United States to the Philippines? Well, I haven't bought it yet. If you're talking about the $35,000 COVID required insurance, I have not purchased that yet. I intend to purchase it for the entire month of March, so I have it on my phone. What's her name? Jennifer Terry has a link on her channel for $47. And then I think Philippine Airlines has something for under $100. I have to just check into and make sure that my age isn't a deal breaker. So I'm going to have to do that. That's one of my projects this week. I've got a week until I actually leave. And so I think the heavy lifting's been done. Buying the ticket and finding the ride to Cebu and getting organized when I do arrive in America as far as rides and transportation and hotels and all that. And I just talked to my sister this morning so we could firm things up. And my dad has been in and out of the ER because he keeps falling down. So it's pretty critical that I get there anyway. But just probably 2 hours on my phone filling out a bunch of boring things and uploading stuff for the One Health Pass and S Pass. And S Pass is what I need to get from here to Cebu. The insurance, and I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I've got a list, and I'm checking it twice. The shortest trip is 24 hours, New York City to long trip. Lots of money right now, too. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, Billy, is they need to get into a rhythm, you know. And as the Philippines appears to be lightening up and being much more accommodating and welcoming, recently. Like I said, I think Manila is supposed to go down to a level 1. And if that does, then the rest should follow. And they need the money. And the economy, like everywhere else in the world, is hurting out here. So I have not heard any weird COVID cases anymore. It's been a long time since there's been any announcements of any hospitals filling up out here. It seems to be shifting from talking constantly about COVID, that it's talking constantly about tourism and reopening. So that's a good sign. Do you think there will be a nice place? Yeah, I think there's always going to, they've built one thing, guys, is they've built a ton of places over the last 2 years. A lot of people and a lot of places got renovated over the last few years. There were people that had the foresight to say, we're done, we're shut down now. There's no activity. More people are leaving and nobody's coming in. So there's been a lot of attrition out of the Philippines. And no one coming in because they couldn't. But there's buildings all over the place. And rehabs, like, what's it called? OK Pension House or something like that. Went through a big remodel. So I don't think you guys are going to have any problems finding apartments or houses out here for a while. At least my little neck of the woods. Yeah, car sales are, I hear they don't have any inventory. I don't know how you can make a car deal if you don't have a car. Thank you. Feels a lot better, I'll tell you that much. Direct flight, JFK is a direct flight to Manila, 16 hours. I got lucky on my return. I fly directly from LAX to Cebu, and I think it's 15 hours. And it's Cebu. So once I get off that plane, I'm golden. Thank you very much, Gary. I appreciate that, man. Hi, Edward. Paul Crombie here. I drive a Nissan Navara, which is exactly like a Nissan Frontier there, but a turbo diesel 4-banger. Right on. Paul, you look awesome, but make sure that you tell my girlfriend, Baby May, that she's the best. She knows it. She knows it, Daryl. See, I got to get back before you get here, or else you'll take her away from me. You're coming on the 25th. That's why I'm coming back on the 19th or the 23rd, whatever I'm doing. Good morning, Paul. Bangkok for a layover. On my way to Manila. Right on. Good for you. Well, Bangkok's got to be psycho. I know better than to ask to receive a box from. Let's see. I know better than to ask you to receive a box for me so I can send myself stuff in a year or so. If you ever run across a place that can receive a box for me to pick up next year, let us know. I've actually done that twice, so I don't have a problem with it, Danny. If you're coming out to Dumaguete, my friend Goldfinger, geez, he sent me like 13 ballot buy-in boxes. And then of his and his friends, then they never came out here. They stayed in Mexico. In fact, his friend unfortunately passed away. So we just had a ballot buy-in box opening party and gave it all away. Gave everything away to the neighbors, friends, relatives, the neighborhood. And we made videos about that back in the day. And I had another guy contact me saying he needed my address if he could have it because he wanted to send a box. I said, I don't have a problem with that. I just put it on the side of the house. So if you want to send a box, send a box. Just private message me. I'll give you my address. Not a big deal. San Francisco to Manila nonstop is 14 hours and 25 minutes. There you go. Hey, Linda, how are you? Thank you very much for the congratulations. And I'll be absolutely positively delighted to give that to Riza. And you always take care of Riza. She appreciates you so much, Linda. Thank you so much. We'll see Riza the next day or two. No problem with customers bringing electronics in my check-in bag and panel. I have phones, Fire Sticks, Bluetooth speakers as gifts. I don't think so. I think as long as you don't overload it, They expect you to bring a laptop and phones, and a number of guys have a number of laptops. So if you've got 2 laptops, 2 or 3 phones, I don't think it's a big deal. Now, if you had 10 and they were like for resale, then you'd have an issue, I think. But again, I don't know. So much of it depends on who you bump into. You get a cool guy or you get a guy that's not so nice. I have found your videos pretty informative. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Big Elvis. I thought it was direct. Maybe I did a reroute. Okay, you guys are chatting about flights. That's good. There's Buddy Trip. What's going on, Daddy-O? Down there in Mexico? Are you still in Facebook jail? Yeah, I'll be there. God willing. Mr. Ron likes to use Skype. Yeah, when I'm out there, I'll just, once I get settled in and figure it out and take a look around, I think on Highway 111, there is a mall. In fact, I know there is. And what's the name of that restaurant? I can't remember. Actually, I think like an outdoor type of seating thing would be good if the weather's nice. And maybe 5 or 6 of us can hook up and just have a little group chat. Would be fun. It fell through, huh? You didn't do it? Somebody told me they were out there with Dean and that they've been out there. They were really happy in the beginning, and then they were super dissatisfied. So I never followed up on that because I just didn't have time. We'll see. Not sure where people think you're going back to the States and not coming back. It's because they only read the thumbnail and they don't watch the video. That's why. And I knew that was going to happen. Hey, Paul, I'm not sure if you heard about this, but the Raw Facts channel is bad-mouthing you and all foreign nationals. Yeah, that's commonplace. Those guys, there's 5 or 6 channels that do that. I'm so bad at pronouncing, Kailun Laguna to see my soon-to-be wife. And then I'm thinking about moving to Puerto Galera. See how bad I am at language? Dave, here in Ohio, you trip to the States, you get near Boise. Give me a holler. I'm not going to get near Boise, buddy. If I was in Boise, I would look you up. Hey, big guy, just stopped by to say hi and thank you for accepting my friend request on Facebook. My pleasure, Marvin. That's how I like to do it, much more than email, to be honest with you, is on Facebook Messenger. It's easier for me to keep track of everybody. And I've been making 1 or 2 or 3 even phone calls a day with guys that have been calling up and asking about this and asking about that. Something about Russia. I'm doing good, David. Thanks for asking, man. Dave from Australia's in the house. Aloha, just Mike. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun and stressful all at the same time. Confusing, tiring, like all trips. Good morning, Sir Stephen. Yeah, it does work both ways. You're right. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Thanks for all the great advice. Before I get to the Philippines, be looking forward to seeing you over there, my brother. Take care. Thank you. I don't give advice, though. I just tell my stories and let you guys draw conclusions from them. All is well, RL. Thank you very much. For your viewers landing in Metro Manila, there may be a water shortage. Yeah, the Odette deal has affected both Cebu and Manila. So I think they're okay now. Somebody told me, I asked somebody if they were cool, and they said, yeah. Because prior to that, I heard that they only had like 4 hours of electricity. And they were trying to repair. But I'll figure it out when I get there, I guess. VUNFYI. Okay. Baby May is stand-up comedy every time she wakes up. She is so fun. She is truly that. She is stand-up comedy. You have no idea. Let's see. When I marry my Filipino girlfriend and buy land to build a house, can I lease our home from her to protect my investment if we break up in the future, since I cannot own property in Philadelphia? I would get in touch with a lawyer. I don't know. I think you're on the right track, but you'd want to get in touch with a lawyer out here. Maybe you should get May a real estate license and let her advertise apartments and get a fee. I don't think they even have real estate licenses out here. I may be wrong, but all the people that I see calling themselves realtors are just people showing property. And they might have an office and all that, but I don't think, I mean, I have 2 real estate licenses. I was licensed in California and Nevada, and I had to go through the exam and the courses and pay the fees. I should look into that. But May likes to go out, and May went out yesterday and showed a lady. What was it, May? What was the girl's name that you were showing houses to? Emma. That's right. One of my subscribers says it's his wife, right?
Yeah, wife.
His wife Emma was out here.
Yeah.
So you and Jennifer showed her 5 houses yesterday.
5 houses.
And you videotaped all 5 houses?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there you go. May just goes out to videotape it. And she didn't look for a commission or anything. Hey, Dennis. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think May's going to have some stuff. Speaking of apartments and houses, she's going to have some places that she's gone to see, and they're in various states of disarray. Some are good, some are bad. Another gentleman contacted me and wants to have May and Jennifer go out and hunt him down a place. So they're going to do that for him. And do their videos. They love it. I start my mornings and watch it every day as well. Yeah. Even if it's just 5 minutes, something you haven't seen. Since you moved to the Philippines, has the state where you have U.S. residency questioned you about a U.S. reign length of time, for example, 6 months? No. Now, when you're retired, you're allowed to travel and go anywhere you want. So, no. Yeah, short answer. No more crazy guests. Yeah. I think that was it for Dean, We'll call that his swan song. Negative 28 in Canada. Well, I'm glad I'm not going there. Can you get Folgers coffee in Dumagetti? Yeah, I got some right there. I can't flip the whole computer around, but yeah, I got it. I got some right there on the counter. What's up, Daddy-O? The hair is looking good. Thanks, Ted Bell. Hair's the hair. It's my morning hair. I haven't showered yet. 68. Nice. And then snow's coming on Friday. What the hell? That's right. You're welcome. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate that. 29 degrees and freezing rain here in LR. Where's LR? Arkansas? How long will you be? I'll be gone. It's a good question. I'll be gone 19 days. What it boils down to. I'm leaving on the 4th. What is that? The 23rd? I'm coming back. Hello from Oregon. Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah. I don't think so. I got a lot of friends to catch up with over there too. Kids, grandkids. It's gonna be a whirlwind of activity. Best channel on YouTube. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate it, buddy. You there in Manila? Good on you. I'd like to know about it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas. Like I was thinking when I was when I was in Vegas, that I would just check into one of the station casinos because they have like 16 hotels there. They're kind of like the Station Casinos is kind of a locals place. And I'm thinking the one, Sahara, it's the old one with the big bingo sign. Well, I can't think of the name of it. I don't know. Red Rock's really expensive. I don't want to stay down on Boulder Highway. What the hell is the name? Sunset Station. No, that's down in Henderson, isn't it? See, I've been gone too long. But I was thinking of the one on Sahara, kind of in the middle of town. I'd just get a room there. And that would be centrally located. Yeah, you can't help them. Can't help but love Asian women. There's a vlogger named Mike who recommends getting 2 tests. If one fails, maybe the other one will pass. That's true. That's true. And I've thought about that. So I've thought, okay, I get there March 3rd. And again, I like to worst case scenario everything, because then you got it, you're not surprised or taken aback. And I'm thinking, okay, what if I fail it on the 3rd? Well, are they going to make me quarantine, or are they just going to say you can't get on the plane? I don't know. Again, it depends on who you're talking to and what the vibe is. But I've thought about that. I've thought about, okay, on the 3rd, I fail it because it is true. I've heard that if you just have a common cold or a sinus infection, or you just may get a faulty test, nothing's perfect, could come back as positive. I was thinking try again Monday, the next morning, go down to the clinic and try one more time until I get a negative test. So I like that. You're right. I don't know. The only anomaly is I don't know what they're going to tell me if I test positive. I think they just leave you alone and say, leave you alone and say, go self-quarantine. I don't think they pull you off to a government facility. The Filipina P, what? Son's leaving tonight to go to Cambodia. Good luck to him. The answer is yes, but consult a local attorney. Oh, Filipina P. Yeah. That's right. She did a video on buying land or something. I didn't watch it, but she has, she has a lawyer friend who I know the lawyer friend, but only met her once. What's her name? Gracie or something like that. Greetings from a future Davao resident. All right, traveling hobo. You're welcome. From the other sky. What cost was the exit clearance? That's a great question. An exit clearance cost $10. And I had to use JRC to do it for me because I didn't have to. But my other option was to go to Cebu, which means a bus ride in a hotel room in J Mall. And the last time May and I went to Cebu to get an exit clearance for me, when I went to Vietnam, ended up costing us $300 for a $10 exit clearance. It wasn't the cost of the bus ride. It was the fact that when we got there, I did everything up to the last minute. They closed the window on me. So we got a hotel room, and that was like $100 a night. And the next day, we did go get the exit clearance, and then they shut down the bus line because there was a typhoon moving in. This was a couple of years ago, and it was raining like crazy. It was 2 nights in the hotel, plus the food, plus the, the grab, and the bus, and the bip, the bop, the boop. So the normal price for an exit clearance from JRC is 4,000 pesos or $80. Mine had to go express because I was 1 day late, of course. And I just missed the mailing date because they had changed my flight. So I had to stop and reorganize for a day. and it ended up costing me $140. Such is life. Do it every 5 years. What the hell, right? We are expecting snow in West Las Vegas tonight. That's good news. I'll bring some skis with me. From Phoenix, $300 for per year. Is it can't? I don't know the name of the deli. I know a deli in Vegas. I can visually see it, and I think it's called. I can't remember the name of it. Isn't that terrible? My brain's just like fried. I know where it is, but I can't tell you the name. Jason's Deli. That's it. Jason's Deli. Yeah, the diet's going right out the window when I get to the States, by the way. The family does not follow my vlog. The kids don't follow it. As far as they know. My sister follows it. But as far as anybody else, I have a cousin or two that follows it. But my kids are almost totally uninterested in social media whatsoever. They have a Facebook page, but they haven't been on it in months. I don't know what they're just not interested in it, which is probably a good thing. They're out doing stuff. PCR. Your American state, I get the feeling that's incorrect. I think it's actually going to lighten up. Landing at Mactan, March 3rd. Good on you. Selling a car, Honda Accord. Anybody? Yeah, Rich has got a Honda Accord for sale. No mask. That'll be a relief. Whew. So Mr. Ron staying put. Let's say hello, Paul. I've been watching your channel for a while now. I'm going to be moving to Valencia on or around March 20th. See you around. I'll say hi. Please do. I'll be back. Funny thing, I could get into Mexico, no proof or PCR test, but I cannot return to the United States without proof of vax. See, I was curious if I had to show a vax card to get into the States. I guess I do. Anyway, I got one, so what the hell. Hey, Louisiana. Hello, Martin Jr. Been to the Philippines. My wife's from there. Great place to visit, but that's about it. Yeah, it's not for everybody, Stanley. Fishing better in the Philippines. Catch some big tuna. Hey, bro, I like your videos because you're not fake. You're real. I like all your videos. Have a good trip. Thank you very much, Roger. Yeah, it's so much easier to tell the truth than a bullshit story, isn't it? Even when it would be sexier, I guess, if I lied about something. But oh, thank you very much, Traveling Hobo. That's sweet of you, man. And you got a picture with Jollibee and everything. I'm doing the 8-6. Good on the brain fog also. Good on my, what do you call it? Inflammation. I don't have nearly as much body pain in the morning as I used to. Hope to see you near Palm Desert. I have family near Joshua Tree. Okay. We used to own a piece of land out in Joshua Tree. Finally sold it, or my mom did. Besides videos, she loves you too. Yeah, are you talking about Baby May? She's over there putting her makeup on because we're going to do a thumbnail today. Is Vegas safer than Detroit, buddy? I don't know. I've never been to Detroit. Hi, Paul. I've been following you for a while now. First time I've been able to catch your chat online. Okay. I don't know if you find looking at your flight that it's cheaper to fly a Cebu to Cebu or than any other city. Let me read that again. What I looked for on the flight, and my friend Gary, who ended up doing it for me for the most part, was the shortest duration. And I was wanting to go out on Singapore Airlines because they had much better rating than Philippine Airlines, more comfortable jets, etc. But the only thing we could find was 5 or 6 hours longer because they fly to Singapore. which is like further away than the Philippines. So the flight's longer. And I said, you know what? I'll just gut it out. Get there and get back. Getting back is going to be easier as far as the flight goes, because it's just a direct flight. 19 days is an eternity. I think I'll be staying pretty busy. I got a lot to do. I've got to go to. I want to check in at Social Security. I have questions with them. I need to set up mail forwarding. I need to set up a phone number. I need to go into Medicare office, wherever that is, and get an actual card, because I never did. What else do I have to do? Oh, I want to set up some banking options while I'm there. The old change of address. And, of course, see family, friends, grandkids, that kind of stuff. So I've got some worky kind of things to do and some family fun things to do. Hey, Paul, this is Kip. I'm leaving for the Philippines May 2nd, heading to Ecuador again someday. We'll see you later on, Kip. Good knowing you, buddy. Nice man, Kip. Enjoy Ecuador, brother. Curious how you get from Dumaguete to Cebu. Do you fly or take a bus? Well, there's 4 ways to go. I got lucky. You can take a bus, which I've done before. You can fly, which I've done. You can take a ferry, which I have not done. Or you can drive there yourself, which I have not done. It just so happens, as fate would have it, is that my buddy Ed Shearer has an apartment here in Dumaguete, or Valencia rather. He has an apartment or a condo in Cebu. And he's one of the guys that likes to go back to the States for 4 months and go fishing and then live out here. So his girlfriend lives in Cebu, and she can't always stay in Dumaguete because she's gainfully employed as a professor at one of the colleges out there. So he maintains a residence in Cebu, one here in Valencia. And just so happened, he hit me up and he said, hey, I heard you're going, back home. Would you like to ride with me on March 3rd? I said, man, you are a godsend. And he's a wealth of information. So he's going to be able to not only drive me to Cebu, because he makes the flights so often back and forth, he'll probably be able to just take me right to the testing place and do the PCR test or whatever it's called. It's a rapid test, I know that. And get that knocked out, and hopefully it will get negative. And then he'll drop me off, and hopefully he'll let me buy him dinner or fill up his gas tank or something for all the help he's given me. But that's how I'm getting there, is by private car with my friend Ed. Safer than Detroit and Flint. Okay, I think you're talking about Vegas. She is super pretty. Thank you very much, Jack. Getting prettier every day, I think. Hello from Staten Island. Well, thank you for that, Billy. We appreciate that very much. And hello back at you. I like your channel. Hope if things get back to normal, look forward to meeting you and your friends. Keep up the good work and stay safe. Well, thank you, James. We'll do that. I think that I think it's in our rearview mirror, all this nonsense. That's my hopeful thought process. Is New Zealand, if you want to fly to Manila, devour. So book through Cebu. There you go. Hi from Las Vegas. I missed the Valentine's Day special with you and the professor of flush management. That's a good one. I'll remember that one, the professor of flush management. Perfect. Where were you when I needed you, Michael? I built this huge, beautiful house in Valencia. Right on, man. I forgot that insurance was talking about. I forgot that insurance I was talking about when you moved to the Philippines. Well, they have I'm not sure what you're saying there. It's probably me, not you. But they have a requirement that if you go into the Philippines, you show proof that you have a minimum of $35,000 of medical coverage that includes COVID, which actually, if you think about it, it's not an unreasonable request from the country because they can't afford to do free medical on all of us. So Thank you very much, Timothy. Good morning to you, boss. May and Riza and friends should do a live stream. What are the rules? I can't get May to do a live stream for love or money. She hates doing live streams. Riza's okay with them. My ticket from LA to Manila was $2,000. That's strong. But you're leaving on Friday. That's the good news. Brian, I'm just south of Flint, but I heard Vegas has changed and took a hit. Let's see, talking about time between meals, I've been doing intermittent fasting since the beginning of the year, so I only eat at 1 p.m. and nothing after 8 p.m. You lost over 6 kilos. Yeah, that's the key, is you can eat as much as you want during that 8-hour period, as long as it doesn't involve sugars or carbohydrates. Just stick to protein. Atomic Gumbo, surprised your screen name sounds like a real gut buster. I grew up in Flint, Michigan, Southwest, and you'll be fine. Here's Captain Billy Jack. How are you, buddy? Hey, everyone, what's the best way to go from East Coast, USA to Davao? I'll let them answer that. I'm doing good, Phil L. Hey, does everyone what's the best way to get from, okay, again. Yeah, that's what I'm taking on my way back. That's the exact flight that I'm taking, 15 hours. I can do that standing on my head. It's those layovers that kill me. All right, so what is it, 10 o'clock? All right. We're going to, I'll try to get to as many chicaderos here as possible. Where did I leave off at? There we are, Highwayman. Yeah, that's the one I'm doing. It's I watched just to sum it up. I watched a bunch of videos from different nutritionists, doctors, and what they pointed out. If you look at a picture of a group of people, say 100 years ago, everybody was thin, and that was before the commercial food industry kind of took over our lives, right? With Frosted Flakes and hamburgers and Cokes and sugary drinks and all that kind of stuff. So we've kind of been raised on that. And then we've gotten used to the convenience of it. And fat and salt and sugar are very appealing to us. So it's really just a matter of getting back down to basics and just eating like people did 100 years ago, which is meat and fish and vegetables and all that good stuff. And then if you allow your body to have 16 hours between meals, your body will start to use your own fat as energy. It'll tap into that fat supply, which is why the diet is so effective. And of course, if you limit the portions, the less in, the better. So while I say you can eat 14 steaks in an 8-hour period of time, that's fine. But the first month, I was only eating 1 meal a day. And the second month, it's the third month that I kicked it up just to see what would happen. And I actually got the exact same results. I lost 10 pounds October, 10 pounds November, and 10 pounds in December. And now we're at the end of February, and I've maintained the weight for 2 months, and I haven't really cheated. I had a piece of cake on my birthday and a pizza with May because she wanted to, and I said, sure, why not? And then a couple of times, what have I had? I've had a few things that were off the radar, but nothing major, as long as you keep it in check. Yeah, we'll take all the thumbs up we can get here today. I have seen a lot of dating sites for Filipino women. Yeah, there's a number of them out there. I like her scale of 1 to 10. I love that scale of 1 to 10. And it makes more sense. You think about it. Make everything a number 1. I was shocked when she first said it. She first said that when we were doing a tour of this place where I live. I said, so on a scale of 1 to 10, May, what do you give it? She goes, 1. In her mind, it was, a number 1. Number 1. See you soon, Kurt. All right, man. Are there any condos in your area or a quiet neighborhood with no chickens or karaoke? There's condos down on the boulevard. What are they called? Marina Spatial or something like that. I'm trying to think in my mind's eye. It's mostly apartments, houses, and not a lot of condos here in this area. There's a lot of condos in Cebu. And I think the only way you're going to avoid the chickens and the dogs is if you're up off the ground, because everywhere I go, there's chickens and dogs. Yeah, for sure. Have a safe trip. I'll wait until August to go to Leyte. Way overdue. Hopefully prices in the Rona won't be a problem by then. I think that's a good thought, man. I think the longer you can stall it, the better. The easier, the cheaper, the less hassle. Yeah, remember those box videos, all those ballot buy-in boxes we got? And the most loopy group of stuff in those boxes. But what do you recommend? What did I miss? Let's see. Is it true most Filipino always says yes, LOL. I see it in another channel. I don't know what the other channel said. Hi, Paul. Good travel time because mask is, that's such a relief. I'm so tired of these friggin' masks. I wear a mask when I go to the hospital here. I've had a couple of friends that were sick and I went to go visit them. And I felt like I'm going to put this friggin' mask on. Not so much for coronavirus, but because everybody else is coughing with other crap. And I don't want to catch a cold or anything. So I'll probably sequester myself like the 3 days before I go to Cebu and just try not to be around any little kids or anything because they always have something, right? And the last thing I need to do is catch a cold before I go and test positive. Ugh. Where do you pay your taxes? In America. In fact, I got to do that next month. Hi, Paul. Do you know I've heard it's a real pain if you pass away in the Philippines? Get your body. You know what? I don't know about getting your body back. I honestly don't know much about that. All the guys, except for one that I know of, have been buried here. I know one kid came and claimed his father, and that was like 3.5, 4 years ago. And I knew his father, but didn't know his father. He was a guy that I used to go to a bar called Gigi's, and I used to go there and eat and hang out with some guys and watch football and soccer and rugby. And Gigi's has since gone because its owner died. And I knew this guy. I'm ashamed to tell you I don't remember his name, but his kid did come out and claim the body and took it back, I think, to New Zealand. But to answer your questions, everyone that I know that has passed away here has been buried here, except that one guy. Hi, Mr. Paul. Thanks for the awesome videos. I am from South Africa. Do you perhaps know if any South Africans are allowed to? I just met up with a guy from South Africa day before yesterday. Now, do I know? You're going to have to go on the official website. I always recommend a young lady by the name of Jennifer Terry for that kind of information. She updates like every few hours, and there are certain countries that are reciprocal. And so my friend Vern got vaxxed in the wrong country and had to quarantine when he came back here. But I don't know. But it's interesting you say that because I just met a gentleman that's from South Africa. Day before yesterday, we had coffee. Love you too. What about Baby May? Baby May is going to stay here and hold down the fort while I'm gone. Hey, Paul, what do you consider the safest island during a typhoon? Whew. I think our island has historically been very, Negros Oriental been historically been very safe over the years. I mean, we got 2 hours north of me in Bais, they got hammered hard. And my neighbor across the street, a Filipino guy, he said it's a once in a 30-year event. Usually it's northern parts that get hit the hardest. But I imagine just a Google search would answer that question because I honestly don't know. Baby May will be cool. Yeah, we've got her dialed in. We had a stalker one time, so that's been on the back of my mind. So we got her bodyguards in place. I saw you on Mark's interview. You started to say how alcohol is a negative effect on your diet because it's got sugar in it, man. Pure and simple. Alcohol is, again, I don't know the content. I know beer's got a lot of sugar in it. And sugar will kill the ketosis process. So will a Coke. It's not just that. Coffee water black coffee water is the preferred liquid if you're trying to do a fast, intermittent fast, keto deal. You just want to avoid any kind of carbohydrate, any kind of sugar, even a fruit sugar, like eating a plum or a peach or drinking a glass of orange juice, I think Mark mentioned. It's got sugar in it. It's going to screw you up. And snacks, peanuts are probably the best bet. That's what I use for snacks, are peanuts. Just got back from shoveling snow. I want to go to Dumageddon. Well, come on out, man, but make sure it's simple. Yes, I am, Randy. I just don't know until excuse me, until I get there, really what the program's going to be. I was mentioning earlier, I'll probably stay in a station casinos or someplace local, central, something for $100 a night or less. I don't even know what room rates are like in Vegas right now, but I know station casinos is a local place and they're pretty reasonable. There's no way I would stay on the Strip because those places are astronomical. And there's no way that I want to spend the night in some little no-tell motel downtown. That's no fun either. So someplace up around Sahara and the freeway, the 95. I keep wanting to call it Sunset, but that's not it. That's down in Henderson. And then I'm looking for suggestions. What day do you fast? What I did was I just fasted one time, and that was at the beginning of the month. So on the 1st of October, I did a 24-hour fast and then went to one meal a day. The 1st of November, I did a 24-hour fast, one meal a day. And then in December, I did a 24-hour fast, December 1, and went to 2 meals a day. And each month I lost 10 pounds. That's all right, Michigan Bob. You can be late. I was a little subject of the Jimbo 360 videos because of comments I'd made on that channel. I don't know what Jimbo 360 is. San Diego, safe travels back. All right, thanks, man. I used to spend my summers in Coronado. Yeah, there's Buddy. He doesn't want to get vaxxed, which is his privilege. And I imagine there'll come a day where they'll say it's okay not to be vaxxed. I don't know when that day is. China Dave, it just made it great to see you doing a live stream. China Dave, there's my hero right there. By the way, I got the package. My credit card came today. And I talked to China last night on the phone. He was kind enough to let me forward my credit card to his address, but there's a story behind that story. And maybe when I get together with China Dave, me and him will do a video together if he wants to. Buddy Trip, today with Baby May. He was the one that named Baby May's channel. Let's see, Paul, you got guys lined up to bring Baby May some snow from the States? Yeah, she'd love some snow. What's the cost of my internet? What is the cost of it? $30 a month. I lost 120 pounds, same way. My blood looks good, belonging to type 2. Yeah, man, there's amazing stuff that's going on. If you guys watch Jordan Peterson, he did the same thing. And I think his daughter did too. And he said he had gum disease all of his life. And once he went on this diet, the gum disease stopped. And he sleeps better. And he can't praise it enough. Baby, is it raining outside?
Yeah, it's raining.
Oh, great. Another photo shoot shot to hell. You should come over and say hi. Go, Danny, go. Yeah, all you guys doing your diets, hang in there, buddy. Let's see. Different picture, but then a lot. The VFC has painted a different picture, but then a lot. Okay. Yeah, we need a thumbs up. That's all we ever ask for here. The diet is pretty simple. It's intermittent fasting with no carbs, no sugars. Same old same, Jeff. So May and I are going to make a video here in a little bit for her channel and for my channel. And then we're going to have to wait for it to stop raining so we can go outside and take a picture for the video. So I'm going to go 7 more minutes. As usual, I'll probably miss some comments. Don't get mad. I'm just slow old man. Just an old chunk of coal trying to get through all this. Yeah, I found it to be a fun challenge. And I think it's mindset. Are you crazy or just in another time zone, Paul? Both. I resemble both those marks. Where's the beautiful Baby May? Yeah, she's going to have to say hi here in a minute. Baby May,
Yeah.
You need to come here and say hi to Daryl.
Okay.
Come here. Oh, well, get dressed and come here. Good Lord. Thing's a drill with her. Thing's a big operation. Keep going here. Let's see. Did I just lose the internet? Oh, here we go. I got lost here somewhere. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Keep up with great videos. Looking forward to meeting up soon in California. You have a safe trip, my friend, and have my info. Absolutely. I'll be making like a little general announcement about where I'm at and where I'm going, and just need to maybe get some suggestions on where to go. So I'm going to try to bounce through guys that haven't commented yet, because we're going to wrap it up here pretty quick. Bud Brown's doing good. I'm going to have coffee with him first thing in the morning. He is taking a break from YouTube. Let's see. We haven't heard from Gary, I don't think. Hey, Paul, how long is your flight to California? It's a good question. I got to fly from Cebu to Manila, and I got 2 hours to get on the plane. That takes an hour. I think, you know what? I don't know. I think it's 20 some odd hours, 21 hours total between the two. Palace Station. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kurt. You're my hero. That's what I'm trying to friggin' remember. Thank you very much. I only drove by it 10,000 times when I lived there. Good Lord. There you go. Buddy Trip, he's putting you to work, buddy. Oh, the weather. The weather's going to be, yeah, Palace Station. Thank you, guys. That's where I've been needing to, I'm trying to remember. So what I'll do is I'll get online and I'll check the rates over there before I leave here. And then once again, when I get in California, actually, Palace Station used to have these great little $9.99 specials during the week. Let's see. Jerry, did anyone know if Paul said when he was going to be in Vegas for how many days? I'm going to be in, well, let's call it March 5th. I'll be in California, and then probably 5 days there, and then 5 days in Vegas. So figure from the 10th to the 15th. And then I got to come back for my dad's birthday and then bug out for the Philippines. So somewhere in that time frame, it's all fluid right now. So, but that's approximately where I'll be there within 24 hours. Rabies. Let's see. We're going to go through a couple more, and then I've got to do, 500 pay for an exit clearance. That's right. 500 pesos, $10. And JRC, I'm putting up there because that's the that's the immigration service, if you will, or passport visa service that I use. It's right next to the immigration service office, rather, here in Dumaguete. Just a lot easier to use them. Yeah, this is the advice that somebody else gave, and I'm thinking about the same thing, Scott. As long as they don't make me, if it comes back positive, if they don't wrestle me to the ground and say I got a quarantine, I think I'll be cool. I should be able to just run around and get a test till one of them, unless I really do have it. All right, so I'm just kind of busting through here, try to get to guys that haven't had an opportunity to comment. So here we go. Can you receive all the normal channels in the Philippines, or do you have to buy a certain package? Yeah, there are packages you have to buy. I've never bought them, so I couldn't give you the details on them. Get married and get a residence visa. I know a guy has a wife in the Philippines and Thailand with resident visas for both. Yeah, if I was to get married, I would be able to get a 13A visa. And that's once a year, I think. So here's someone coming in late. I've just been talking about this for 2 hours. Yes, I booked my flight. Does anybody want to say hi to May?
Yes.
Okay, May, come on over and say hi.
Hello.
There's baby
over
May.
makeup.
So we're going to make a video today.
Yeah, and then taking picture.
And then take the picture of the thumbnails.
Yeah.
But it's raining.
Yeah, but.
So what we'll do is we'll make the videos. And then when it clears up, we'll go out and take some pictures for thumbnails.
Yes.
Today with Baby May. Make sure everybody subscribes to
so
Today with Baby May. All right, so we'll go through a couple of these, and then I'm going to sign off, kids. Paul, I think you should wear a two-piece like Baby May. He wants me to wear a bikini. Can you believe that?
With Jennifer? Yeah, I have the
No, he's talking about me.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Here's a guy that's new. Look at this. Depends on what happened when you were young. Navy guys prefer Subic Bay. Air Force guys like guy stationed in Thailand during the war before Thailand. You're either a Thailand or a Philippine guy. That's kind of an interesting spin on things. Good morning, baby May from Jeff.
Good morning, Jim. Thank you for watching.
Here's a question I get a lot.
Okay.
Can we get more of May and her new bike? I just bought a new Honda Click 125 for my Filipina in Puerto Galera. She can't ride it. She never even rode a bicycle. Going to add a trike to it. So, on that topic, May can ride a bike. Your parents taught you how to ride a bike when you were 5, you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, she can ride a bike. I've seen her ride a bike. And then when she got on the scooter, I think Jennifer was giving her overload on information. But you did pretty good with me on the back.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm comfortable.
And then we went out and we bought you elbow pads, gloves, knee pads.
Mm-hmm.
You got the big helmet.
Yeah.
But you have a problem with the side.
Yeah.
Like she's nervous that there's something going on with her internal organ, like a gallbladder or
Like
appendix or something.
appendix.
Appendix or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So we have to go to the doctor this week or next week before I leave town and make sure we know what's going on with that. I'm thinking since she's not in severe pain, but she wants to be cautious, which I don't blame her. As far as riding the bike, if she drops it, she's scared she might hurt herself, and I'm scared of it too. However, we just have to work with the accelerator. And I keep asking her, do you want to go out on the bike? And she says, no, I want to wait till you get back. And so I've never once forced this woman to do anything she doesn't want to do. Not to mention she's the most hard-headed woman in all of the Philippines. So when she gets her mindset on something, I just go with the flow. Let's see. Hey, Paul, how do you do your income taxes? It's really pretty simple. I get a Social Security statement. I get an AdSense statement and 1099, and then I just file them online as normal, as per usual. And I don't have a PO box, but I am going to set up a forwarding address because my ex-wife was my forwarding address, but then she moved, and then she didn't put me on the forwarding address thing, which was actually just an overlook on her part. It wasn't intentional. She's been totally cool up and, as far as helping me with that kind of stuff. All right, so we'll go through a few more comments here, and then I'm going to sign off because we have got a video to do for Global Greg, right?
Yeah.
We got what else are we doing? Would you recommend buying land or is it too risky? Well, buying land out here would not be for you. You cannot buy land. You can buy a condo, but you wouldn't own the land underneath it. So as a foreigner, you can lease land for like 99 years or something, but you'll never own it. So would I buy land out here? Absolutely. I'd buy it for her. And so that, as time marches on and I get older and my demise is imminent, it would be my objective and goal that should she choose to stay in the Philippines, we don't know what that's going to bring in the future, but I would like to see her have a place. How much to Bert a boat there?
Boat.
What does that mean? Bert
Boat,
mean?
like the.
Thank you, Doug. We appreciate that very much, buddy. How are you doing, Paul? I'm doing good. Hey, Paul, do you avoid boredom and complacency? With my budget of $2,000 per month for retirement, what's your advice for boredom? We ever get bored?
No.
I don't think so. I can't give advice, buddy, and I don't know what excites you. That's why I don't give advice, because I don't know you personally. I only know what works for me. I had a day, what was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
That I was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And then,
So here we go. I wasn't bored, but she thinks it's funny because she had the same day the day before. But I woke up all pissed off, and I can't tell you why.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like I was always thinking about the trip,
Mm-hmm.
and I was stressing about this and stressing about that.
Yeah.
And I rescheduled some appointment or something, and I just stayed home.
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you leaving?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Good." And it wasn't even an insult to her. It's like, you know what? I'm just in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And it was really actually very good for me. I just stayed home by myself. I didn't move a muscle. Um, I got a little bit bored, though, to answer your question. But what I got bored of was my attitude. Because 99% of the time I wake up with a smile.
Yeah.
I'm usually happy every morning.
Yeah.
And she's always, and she's the same way. She has that 1% where she's a little cranky. We're not feeling well. And honest with you, I cannot put my finger on it. What caused it? I just knew I wanted to be alone. So being bored, God, um, I think we get bored when we're reined in for 3 or 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
That
like
gets
that.
old, to be honest with you. Yeah. I mean, you can only do so much. And then when the rain stops you, or it's a big project just to go down the
Yeah.
street because we don't have a car,
Yeah.
that gets boring. And we end up just sleeping.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really what we do. We just end up knocking ourselves out and sleeping. Um, watch a little bit. I don't have a TV set,
They play the cell phone.
and we play on the cell phones. And we play games.
Yeah.
There's always a comment to add to do.
Mm-mm.
We do have a little hobby called YouTube, so we
Yeah.
feel fart around with that. And some days I'm in the mood to do YouTube, and other days I'm not.
Yeah.
It's like I was totally disinterested in YouTube on that day. It was like, ugh, just the thought. I turned my phone off. I turned my computer off, right?
Yeah.
I turned everything off
Yeah.
except Netflix.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hear from anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And then the next day I was just like back to my normal self. So I don't know what happened. But boredom, I don't see how anybody could get bored if they have any kind of hobby. There's always a lot of community involvement that's available if you're of like that mind, if you like to get out and help people. I don't mean you got to go out and spend money, but maybe you could just, get involved in the community, whatever projects that they have. Maybe somebody needs a ride. Maybe somebody needs a mentor. There's no shortage of poor people out here that maybe you could get a hand to somehow, way, shape, or form. Where I live, there's a zillion colleges out here. And if I wanted to, I think I could enroll and take a photography class or something like that to further my education. We do YouTube, keeps us busy.
Yeah.
And what else do we do? We just do little day trip stuff.
Yeah.
I think I would be a lot more bored if I was single. That gets boring. That gets old. That scene gets old to me. But yeah, I don't know how to help you, buddy, because I don't know what entertains you. I'd love to. Always hit the like button. That's what we ask for on these videos, is the like button. All right, let's go through a few more, and then I'm going to sign off because me and Mary Ann over here.
Brisbane.
Carrie, I do OMAD myself, and sometimes I eat pot. Oh, okay. I lost 25 pounds. Yeah, it's okay to have a cheat day. I think I had one. That was my birthday where I had the cake and the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one time I cheated because, you did your thing. So let's see here. I think we missed a few. My oldest son dies in Florida. We just had his ashes shipped back, much cheaper. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your son. I never thought about that. But yeah, you're right. You could have somebody cremated and then have the ashes shipped. That would be a way to go. Just curious, what percent of your about 75% are Americans. And then behind that, I believe, is Australia and maybe British and then Philippines. And then below that, there's more too. I could look it up right now, but they're still doing about, well, it's not the same, sure. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there. All I know is don't drink Cokes, don't drink beer. Stick to water, tea, coffee. Don't put any milk in it because that's got some carbs. It's kind of counterintuitive because if you're trying to lose fat, the higher the fat content of what you're eating, the better. And anything that's labeled low fat is bad for you because it's low in fat, but it's high in something else, usually a carb or a sugar. What a con job that is. Hey, Paul, I really enjoy your vids. Question, how hard is it to get used to the time difference once you get from the Philippines to the U.S., from the USA? It wasn't hard for me over here at all. Not one iota. Because I landed at 11 o'clock in the morning. And I had slept on the plane. So it was really pretty awesome. I had slept for 4 or 5 hours prior to landing. And then I think I was awake for the last 2 hours, which is no big deal. And then got off the plane and it was 11 o'clock. So I had time to run around and find a hotel and go get a bite to eat. And I got a foot massage and I did all kinds of stuff when I got to Cebu and spent the night and had this chaotic night and morning, and then got on a bus and came to Dumaguete. It's when I go back to the States that the last time I went back to the States from Thailand was the last time I flew back to the States. I got there at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it took me like 3 or 4 days to get rewound up. I'm sorry I'm going to miss some of your comments, guys. What is the price of a carton of Marlboros? $22, I want to say. I'm from Vegas, Henderson. Best place to stay here is Best Western and St. Rose, Sienna, Henderson. Would love to meet with you. I might take you up on that, Mark. I mean, I'll definitely be happy to meet with you. But the Best Western, I don't know if I want to be out in Henderson now. Because so many people that I have, like kids and grandkids, are in Vegas proper. And I don't know what I'm going to do about transportation other than Grab or Uber or whatever you guys got out there. All right, so I am going to sign off, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get to your what do you call it? To your comments. I just ran out of time as usual. I always have people unsubscribe on my live streams. It's amazing to me. I think last time I did a live stream with Dean, 10 people unsubscribed, which is fine, you know. But I'm always curious as to why people unsubscribe on these live streams. Is it because I didn't get to your comment? But I get long-winded.
Randy Gooding.
Oh, here we go. Hi, baby May.
Hi, Billy. And
there's hi.
Randy Gooding.
And there's China Dave saying hi to you.
China
I know
Dave.
He's not talking to me.
Yeah.
There's
Sir
Daryl.
Daryl, yeah.
So we'll go through a couple of those. Good luck riding the motorcycle in the future. She'll get it.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll get her. There's another hi from Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Filipino hard-headed. I'm shocked. All right, we'll leave it at that, guys. Yeah, again, I'm sorry I didn't get through all the comments, but I just kind of wanted to give everybody a little heads up on my trip and when I'm going to be there and the dates. And I'm going to vlog from LA and from Vegas and do my best to hopefully I can vlog with some of you guys, you know, have a little round table or whatever. I do have a couple of ideas what I think would be really funny videos. I don't know if I can pull it off or not, but we'll see. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's 10:45. We've been going for, how long have we been going? Almost 2 hours. That's an hour more than I said. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys when I get to the States, if you're there, and looking forward to seeing you in our next videos. So today with Baby May, make sure you subscribe to her.
Bye-bye.